Congratulations. Today you have, if you come this far in the course and you've done what this has been said, you come a long way. You've written your book and you've edited it until you're sick of it. You've sent it to beta readers and who told you they loved it, but they offered some good advice, which you employed in your book. You're finally ready to publish. So let's figure out how it all comes together. So you'll be going through the publishing process wherever you chose to publish your book. You'll want to go there and do it. And what you want to do is you want to do what they say. This is a lot more involved than what this process, this slide suggests. But just follow their advice their instructions to a T, and you won't go wrong. When you're done uploading all the information that you've put together, and it's formatted the way you believe that it needs to be, and you push publish. So you push publish. So how do you know if you've done it correctly? Well, the publishing platform will review your upload and ensure that everything is correct. Their review will take approximately 48 hours, and the platform will notice you of any actions that you need to take. You'll need to wait. Okay. Before you send in an ebook, however, you need to look at, before you publish it, you need to put in these special considerations. Okay. You'll need to test the different font sizes on various environments, including your laptop, notebook layouts, and you'll want to preview it on Kindle devices. Amazon does a really good job of showing you how your book's going to look, and it's a good idea to review that before you publish on those, because they come up like it says within approximately 48 hours, and they'll let you know what needs to be done. Excuse me. What you might need to do in order to get it published if it hasn't been. Okay, so what's your essential next step? Okay, when it comes to your print book, you'll need to get a verified physical copy, and so you'll need to order it. It's a small price to pay to find your book and how it's doing. You want to look at it and to verify your physical formatting, and it'll take approximately 2 weeks to get the book. So, patience is a virtue. During this time, you probably want to be dealing with some of the other aspects of your book, or be working on something different. Patience is a virtue in this case. You want to, you don't want to contact them every day. Where's my book? Where's my book? No, just wait. Just wait. It'll come. Okay, so when you get your book in the mail, what do you do with it? Well, first of all, you want to look at the cover. How does it look? Does the overall design meet your expectations? Does it look like you want it to look? Are the book title and the name of the author clearly visible? You want to be able to look at this book cover and say, okay, you can read this. You want to look at the spine, make sure that the spine reads like you want it to. It doesn't bleed over into the front cover or the back cover. You want to ensure that the ISBN on the copyright page matches the back cover. That means you got to look inside the book and check it out. And you want to proofread the text on the back cover. I can't tell you. I'm going to tell you. There was one time that I published a book and I went and looked at the back cover, and I realized I had made some errors that I'd made some grammatical errors, some spelling errors. And so I had to change that before I could, before I was going to accept it as, done. It happens to everybody. You need to make sure that everything looks good and don't let it go to fix it. It's worth it. And you'll need to expect that you'll need to upload revised visions of your book's interior and cover several times. Like I said, we make mistakes, and this is our last look over the book to make sure that it's your best book, the best book you could possibly be putting out. Quality publishing is an iteration process. Don't be discouraged by multiple uploads. Each one brings your book closer to perfection. Okay, examine your proof copy, the inside, the interior of your book. Okay, here's some proofreading protocol. It's a good time. This is a good time to read your physical book aloud. You want to check the margins, make sure that you can read every page near the gutter, which is the side next to the glued end of it. Identify errors. Determine if the formatting issues are yours or the platform's. Sometimes formatting issues are not your fault. For instance, one time I had a thing where the Versa page wasn't on a Versa page. It was put on a front page, on a Recto page. And I was like really diligent about getting them to fix it. I mean, it was their fault. It wasn't mine. I had fixed it. I had it set up right, and they messed it up. So, you want to keep that in mind, that not only you make mistakes, but they do too. And if you have to keep bothering them with fixing it, you want to do that. Okay. Don't just let it slide, because it makes you look unprofessional, not just them. You want to fix any errors in the manuscript. Let's say when you're reading it out loud, you find an error, used a through instead of a though. Okay, somebody might not see it otherwise, but if you're reading it aloud, you're going to find it a lot easier than not. And this is also a perfect time to narrate your audiobook. It's going to be edited anyway, so why not read it, do your own narrating if that's what you're going to do for your audiobook. Okay, look for the following. There's other things you want to look for in the formatting. You want to eliminate any orphans or widows, those single lines on page boundaries above or below. You want to ensure a running header is consistent for accuracy. You want to verify all chapters on the recto or odd, on all chapters start on the recto side, the odd number side. The chapters start in the same spot with consistent elements. The blank pages must truly be blank. That's why I recommend just, usually your back pages are your Verso pages. So what you want to do is number on the odd number pages rather than on the Verso pages. Cross-check your page references for accuracy. You want to make sure that if you have an index in the back, that the actual page numbers are correct. You don't want to have it to where you said page 47 and it's actually 49. You don't want to do something like that. So you want to check all that, and it's going to take some time, but it's important that you make sure that your book is accurate, especially with nonfiction. Maintain consistent page indents throughout. If I don't personally use page indents in any of my books. It's just easier not to. It makes it easier for ebooks and all that. and it's just as easy to read. I just, between each paragraph, I double space. It's that simple. And if used, ensure that drop caps are applied consistently. Now this works for the print book, but don't use drop caps in an ebook. It will not be pretty. So you've got your formatting. You've done your formatting. You've read it out loud. What's next? So what is next? What do you do after you've finalized this project? Well, you want to consider these next critical steps. If you plan to create an audiobook, you want to find an editor for that, or figure out how do you edit it yourself. Do you plan to get book reviews? How do you plan to do that? You definitely want book reviews. Some of these things would probably be something that you wanted to do earlier, but if you haven't done it yet, now's the time to do it. What are your plans for marketing? Create a marketing calendar. And, have you initiated them yet? It's never too late. Okay, so just to let you know, next week's discussion will be discussing the audio, how to do an audiobook, the different options you have and how you can do it yourself. So if there's any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below. And if you have any stories you'd like to share about your publishing process, we'd love to hear about it. Now, this is just about the publishing process and not about some other aspect of your writing. We don't want to hear about your story or any of that kind of stuff. We want to hear some things that you learned while you were publishing. So that said, I hope you all have a great day, and I hope to see you next week. Bye, all.